Hi everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 5. So, let's continue where we left off, and we're going to build a quick Neuschwanstein. Just need to pop one great scientist, and we'll start building one in Moscow. Because that's the biggest city that can actually build one, which means it will get the most production from a great engineer. I could also build Cristo Redentor if I wanted to. Maybe we should. Not sure if I'll have any competition. But 19 turns, it's tempting. I think we'll give it a shot. Especially since I have the Sistine Chapel, I have quite a bit of culture. Speaking of culture, we should lock the wonder. Like so. Alright, yeah, over 200 culture per turn is not bad. We need one more farm or one more manufactory. I think we have enough food around here. Yes, we do. Also, we need to get started on railroads. Maybe we should do that first. Yeah, the improvement can wait. Also, I'll have to remove all these silly roads, but we can do that later. Do we have any idle workers? No, they are all doing something. Alright then. Still need to remove this road section though, so let's do that. And you? Are you doing anything? No, you're not. Yeah, let's go get started on railroads for that production. I could just get one more worker. I could actually use one more worker, perhaps. But do we have the time to recruit one? I suppose we do. What's the biggest production city, other than Warsaw and Moscow? That would be Poznań. Okay, let's get one worker in Poznań, why not? Sounds good. That's only 2 turns. Anyway, Pokatala will be the next target, but I need to wait for ballistics first, because we need some anti-air. That's what we're going to wait for. It won't take long. I could just get ballistics right now, with more great scientists. How much is a great scientist worth? Let's see... Not that much, only 4,200. And one more upgrade. There. I think that was the last rifleman. Anyway, let's get into position. Which city do we want first? Let's take a look. There's a city-state on the way. Looks like there's a city right here. I probably want that one then. I need to get closer to Pakal, that's the goal here. At the same time, I wouldn't mind taking Mosonkani. I'll have to think about it. We got some time to decide. Alright, next. We need 4 more turns to get a new tenet. Which means we should get rid of the negative happiness in a few more turns. With Neuschwanstein and the next tenet. That should be enough. And then we'll get a lot of happiness once we get our first level 2 tenet. In autocracy. That will be worth a lot of happiness. Elections rigged, alright. How are city-states doing? 142 influence ahead. 79. 90. Okay then. I should get open borders with Polynesia. And give them open borders. We can just trade open borders. And he will buy our vote. But he doesn't have a lot of money. He probably wants international games now. He wants to embargo Pakal. But yeah, he just doesn't have enough gold. Can we get a deal with anyone else? What about Shaka? Yeah, it's unlikely he will have a diplomat in our capital. I mean, I can always sell the vote to Pakal. 5 gold per turn. It's not a terrible deal. No, I don't want that luxury. I think I'll keep my votes. I don't really care about 5 gold per turn. Yeah, we'll keep our votes. Let's move a little bit closer. But not too close, I don't want him to get suspicious. This is enough. Okay, looks good. And we'll leave a garrison in each city, preferably. For the happiness. Alright, and let's just wait a few turns. We can keep exploring. I think there's at least one city-state I've not made contact with. And onwards to Moscow. We can rush that on the next turn. Alright, let's go build some railroads. To Poznań first. And then to Moscow. Sounds good to me. Next. Flight will be done soon. And we already have 13 oil. And some more oil we can improve. Oh hey, we got that aluminum. Nice. That's 8. I can pretty much ignore the other one. We'll improve that, but railroads are a bit more important right now. The guy that's improving the other aluminum can handle that next. Oh, we got the other one too. Nice. Alright. We won't need a citadel then. +1 population. Good. Alright then. And let's rush the wonder. That's 820 production. And it will be done on the next turn. And we'll get a new tenant in 2 turns. Alright, let's get started on that railroad. And send the general back to Moscow. And you guys will wait for your turn. Yep. Anything interesting? Oh, we found a natural wonder. Did we have any quests with city-states? Yes, we did. Nice. This one. That's a cultured city-state. That one would be quite useful against Pocatello, because it's right next to one of his cities. I might grab that. Alright people, let's go get some railroads. Yes, you too. We need one more trade route. But most of the cities are kind of busy. Poznań can get one. Or do we want a cargo ship? What are the best trade routes right now? Oh yeah, Constantinople to Varna. Really? What? Oh, okay. I mean, that's a pretty good one. Sure, we'll get that, but that means we need a cargo ship in Krakow. Only 3 turns, we can do that. The research lab can wait. We're getting 700 science per turn. Also, a spy. I think I'll send him to one of the city-states. We could start working on Milan. 142 influence ahead of us. How are our other city-states doing? Exactly 0 happiness, nice. So what about this one? 12 turns on the quest. And we got how much influence? 92. Okay. I think I'll just give them some gold. That should be worth quite a lot. Let's give them 500. At least we won't have to worry about that for a while. Okay, what about Ragusa? Looks fine. What's our lowest influence city? 99, 99. I guess that's 99. Okay then. 141, 88. Kuala Lumpur, yeah, we could work on that one. Let's work on Kuala Lumpur. We'll send our spy there. Off you go then. And I could move the spy from Ragusa, I suppose, to Milan. 141 is a lot of influence, but I might grab Milan eventually. Let's start working on it. And more railroads, come on people. You can start on the other side, like so. And let's keep exploring. Pop the Great Musician. Oh, we don't have any opera houses. Alright. Time to build one then. In Moscow? In Poznań? Moscow can do it. Only 4 turns. Or we can do it in both. I suppose that works. Let's just quit up after the windmill. And more railroads. The musician will wait. You can just chill. So how long do we want to wait? I could just buy an anti-aircraft gun as soon as we get ballistics. That's probably what I'll do. I don't want to wait too long. But we'll be buying one in Warsaw. Because Brandenburg Gate. Oh, Cristo Redentor. Well, whatever, we tried. At least I didn't waste too much time trying to build that. You know what else we should get in Warsaw? Military Academy. That's only 4 turns. Yeah, we should definitely get that. Because we got both Heroic Epic and Brandenburg Gate. Yep, let's just wait 4 turns for Military Academy. If I'm going to spend gold buying units, then we definitely need it. And negative happiness again. Are we getting ideology pressure again? We are. Are we? No, we're not. Okay, what happened then? I think we lost some of our deals. What's this? Iron to Pocatello. Wine, but I was selling that. Yeah, I was getting a luxury from Pocatello. It's unlikely we'll be able to buy that again. Well, he's not asking for as much as Pakal did. I might be able to buy that. Obviously, I lose that deal as soon as I go to war. But I could always wait for our first level 2 tenet in autocracy. Then we won't have to worry about happiness all that much. He doesn't want any strategic resources. How much gold do you want then? Probably a lot. 20? That's just barely worth it, honestly. 22? 24? I don't think he's going to sell it. It's probably going to be like 30 gold per turn. Which is so not worth it. No, that's just not worth it. Let's get our tenet. That's going to be universal healthcare. Because we need the happiness. And that's just -1. And we need to wait 15 turns for our first level 2 tenet. I can deal with -1 happiness, that's not really a big deal. And we'll get more because we're still building some arsenals and a zoo. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to wait 15 turns, that's just too much time. Start more railroads. Alright, aluminum is done. Let's just work on more railroads, we need that production. That was a lot of deals that expired on this exact turn. 12 different deals? Well, 6. Alright, we can sell some coal to Polynesia. And marble, yeah, and a lot of luxuries, basically. The problem is that he doesn't have the money. What about Shaka? He has a lot of money. Sugar. I don't suppose he would trade for a luxury. Sometimes they do, if they are getting a luxury from a city-state, but I don't think Shaka is allied with any city-states whatsoever. We'll just get 7 gold per turn. Does he want any strategic resources? He probably doesn't. Okay, not even coal? No, apparently not. He doesn't want anything. Alright. Not much point trading with anyone else. I'm getting a lot of gold. Maybe if I was desperate for gold, I could sell some luxuries for 3 gold per turn. But it hardly matters. We could trade with Byzantium because I don't plan going to war with them again. No, I'm not selling you crap. Oh, and hey, Adrianople is building a Colosseum, that's useful. I'll probably want to annex at least Constantinople as soon as possible, because I really want direct control of that city. Just need to time it well. Okay, let's keep exploring. And... yes, you're waiting for your turn. What's going on? International games, right. We got 5 more turns. And research agreement just completed. Unfortunately, I can't get anyone unless I give him 300 gold, which I suppose I could. That's a bit more than 1 turn worth of income for me. I hope he won't get wiped out. He is at war with Pocatello. And that might end poorly for him. Good news is he has some mountains blocking access to his cities. Let's just give him some gold. 302 gold. and get some gold per turn. Alright. Looks good. That might be our last research argument, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, more railroads. Let's keep working on that. We'll start connecting Krakow as well. Was this an internal trade route? Yes, it was. We'll keep that. Alright, more railroads. 8 turns to get ballistics. I need to wait for the military academy anyway. We can pop a great scientist in 3 turns once the military academy is done. And I think we'll just go for radar after that. To get proper fighters and bombers. I have quite a lot of oil. Might as well put it to good use. And then we'll get atomic theory to check where uranium is. Yep, I like that plan. Railroad. And railroad. As for a caravan, that's going to be Shaka, 15 gold per turn. And trade route, 21 gold per turn. That's a pretty good one. And it should be relatively safe. Unless Pocatello sends some sea units in that general direction. He does have a few coastal cities, so it's a possibility. I might want to get a few battleships. I could buy a battleship in Constantinople. It would be useful. He has 3 coastal cities in the area. And I can always use it against regular units. Alright, caravan again. That's going to be Shaka again. And we're in positive happiness. And we're about to get yet another great scientist. More railroads. Yep, let's keep working on that. Anything else? We got the Opera House. That's 32 tourism. Can we do better than that? Good question. Can we get a theming bonus in Constantinople? Is it still in resistance? Yeah, for 5 more turns. If anything, I should move it out of that city. To actually get something out of it. There, that works. Can we get +2 instead? What are these? Byzantium, Byzantium. Okay, then. Poland, modern era. Let's have a look. I think we can get +2. They need to be from the same era. Which means we need to trade. It needs to be either industrial or Renaissance. Nope, we can't get that apparently. Okay, then what about artifacts? We can do it like this. No, that's still +1. Oh, because this one is ours. So, ancient era? Yeah, we can trade. This will give us +2. Yep, that works. Okay, 40 tourism. Alright, carry on. Next. Looking at Kuala Lumpur, 88. Are we going to rig elections soon? In 8 turns. Alright. Not too bad. I could wait for that and then bribe the city. There's the scientist. And we might as well pop him now. The military academy is done. So, sure. That's going to be how much? 5,500. Yeah, that's much better. It was at 4,200 a while back. So we gained 1,300. There. We got ballistics. And we can hard build one anti-aircraft gun and buy another. Well, I can't buy another because there's a unit inside. There, we'll buy at least one. Because I need at least one. And let's get some promotions. What kind of terrain is there around here? It's kind of mixed. A lot of hills around Mosonkani, but quite a lot of open terrain around here. Let's go for drill. I'll go for cover anyway. So cover 2. I love getting free promotions on fresh units. I should just keep Warsaw on military production at this point. I will finish the constabulary, but other than that, I think we'll keep Warsaw on permanent military production at this point. That's kind of what it is with Brandenburg Gate and Heroic Epic. Alright, more railroads. And I'll wait to actually move that anti-aircraft gun before I declare war. Let's switch this to auto-explore, or we should upgrade it actually. That sounds useful. This is going quite well. And I should be a tech leader by quite a significant margin by now. Yep, we're a tech leader by 2 techs. Pakal has 55. Yep, I'm 2 techs ahead of Pakal. And I won't give up that lead at this point. Peace treaty expired with Theodora. Now I don't really care about that. Brussels, 6 investors. We still got, well, 96 is not that much. Let's just give them 500, so that we won't have to worry about it. And go improve more aluminum. Poznan should be getting a production boost already, yep. So Moscow is next. And then, well, we'll connect all of them, obviously. Let's move the gun. It will take a few turns to actually get there. I should just connect these cities through the city-state. Let's see. Through Cahokia. We'll need a few road sections, but we should definitely do that. We'll start working on it once we finish the most important railroads. It will speed things up. Not to mention it will connect the cities to my trade network. Not that I need more gold. The logistic reason is more important. You want my salt? Yeah, he will not give us a fair deal for this. Although, how much gold does he actually want? I don't think he values any of these resources. 15? I'm not giving you more than that. Forget about it. Especially when I'm in the positives. And we'll get our first level 2 tenet in 9 turns. I have a lot of armories by now, so that should be worth quite a lot. One turn until World Congress. So that's going to be even more happiness, because international games. And embargoing Pakal wouldn't be bad. I assume international games will pass, because they pass 99% of the time. Alright, we'll send one worker to start the railroad through Cahokia or so. Yep. Sounds good to me. It will take a few turns to move through here, unfortunately. Oh well, I'll just wait, it's not a big deal. But I know Pocatello has quite a lot of bombers, so I kind of need to wait. Constantinople is almost out of resistance. We still need a few archaeologists, and Polynesia lost its capital, that's not good. RIP research agreement. I don't think that research agreement will trigger. He's down to 2 cities. One of them is over here. Well, that was unfortunate, but I kind of expected it at some point. We can propose something. What do we want to propose? I still want natural heritage sites. Oh yeah, historical landmarks. I want that. Yes, let's get that one. That will be worth quite a lot. And, yep, let's get started on that railroad. Like so. And another caravan. That's going to be Shaka. And the cargo ship. Let's not trade with Pocatello anymore. That sounds like a really bad idea. And another cargo ship. We'll trade with Shaka. I don't plan going to war with Shaka anytime soon. We still need a few more improvements around here. Oh, did we just get an artillery for free? I guess we did. Not seeing it. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it in notifications. Yeah, we got artillery for free. Not bad, thanks. An actual useful unit. Not a Lancer or something silly like that. Looking good. How's the production queue in here? There isn't one. Let's see. I think I'll build an arsenal. Well, we need to get started on international games, I suppose. But maybe after the research lab. It's just one turn away. I should also build the Prora. But it needs to be in a coastal city. So basically Krakow. Or Constantinople, but nah, Krakow is bigger. I'll have to get a great engineer for that. So let's grab one. It's going to take a while. And we do have some competition for it. I don't think Shaka will prioritize wonders. Also, he doesn't seem to have any good coastal cities with a lot of production. So this shouldn't be too hard to build. But I'll still use the engineer because I don't want to wait 26 turns. That's just way too much. And international games. We don't have to work on that in every single city. That's just a bit of an overkill. How's global production anyway? Who's the production leader? Oh, Shaka is the production leader. Okay. I mean, he has a lot of cities. That's not a huge surprise. So Moscow. The arsenal can wait. International games. After the garden. This is probably enough. I suppose I can do a few turns in Warsaw, you know, just in case. I don't think it's necessary, but we can do a turn or two in Warsaw. Wouldn't want to lose the silver. I could probably try going for gold, but I don't think there's any point. I only got 40 tourism. And it would cost me so much production. It's not worth it. And another city was captured. I think Polynesia will get wiped out completely. I could liberate them. It's not a bad idea, since we plan to go to war with Pocatello anyway. So rush that, only 6 turns. Yeah, we'll get that easily. Aluminum. And let's keep moving. This will take so many turns. Yeah, like 8 turns to actually get there. I might as well just wait for my next Tenet before declaring war. Not that it will make a big difference for the war itself. More railroads. Okay, and more improvements, I suppose. I still got 2 scientists, but I'm saving them for later. They will be worth more over time. Yep, railroad. Horses to Pocatello. I don't think he will buy any horses. Although, he will buy iron. I mean, I might as well sell some. It's not like I need it for anything. Yeah, he will buy a lot. Sure, you can have all my horses. Enjoy. I wonder if he built so many mounted units, and now he needs the horses to not get a penalty. That's a possibility. More gold. Because, you know, we clearly need more gold. 322 gold per turn. Upgrade. So with the Prora and with our first level 2 Tenet in autocracy, we shouldn't have any problems with happiness, even if we get ideology pressure again. If one of the tourism leaders who's not autocracy gets the gold reward, we might get some ideology pressure. But I'm not too worried about that. It kind of sucks that Polynesia lost their city. I might keep Honolulu myself because it's going to be worth quite a lot of tourism. We got electronics. The problem is that this is tough terrain. I don't know how that will go. It might be hard. Well, we'll have to figure it out. Having said that, we got a lot of firepower, so I'm not too worried. How's our progress? 590. We almost got enough already. Yep, there's no point working on it in Warsaw. We'll finish the gun, then get the Ulan. and then start some air units. We can always upgrade them once we get radar. I think I prefer bombers. Anti-aircraft guns can deal with enemy fighters, and the bombers are always nice. We can start getting experience on bombers, you know, to get logistics in the long run. That's always great. But anyway, I'm going to finish this part here and continue in next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.